welcome. I didn't even ask him what he wanted me to say about him. Like, he's a dad. he he's super cool. He's super mellow. He's super chill. This guy's like, I don't know. He's just on another level, right? One of the things that I absolutely admire about him is that you will never catch him mad, or like, he's always very neutral. Like, he's always, how you doing, Romalice? On top of the earth. He's never under. He's always on top. He's always in a great mood. He does not like carry his emotion on his sleeve at all whatsoever. He's always going to be the same person at any time, any day of the week. If it's Monday, he acts like it's Saturday for regular people, right? Like, this is just him. So I have the honor of introducing brand new President's team member on his way to 15K and beyond. 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds, right? Please help me welcome. Go like this, you guys. I can see you. Please help me welcome. Blow up the chat. President's team member, Romalice Reed.
Yo, fire me up. Look, I don't know about y'all, but through that recognition and the shares, man, I feel like we can get off this call now. Don't y'all agree? Right? Man, I'm just so grateful to be here right now, you guys. You know, I never take anything like this for granted. Put I in the chat box if you guys heard my story before. If you guys have heard my story, put I. I kind of figured some of you guys would, some of you guys wouldn't. So I'm super excited. Notice I said super excited to get in comfortable, and I'm gonna share some stuff with you guys that I don't think I even shared with my team. And mind you, I've been with this opportunity for 8 years. It's been an incredible 8 years. It has definitely, you know, changed my life. It has definitely, on the outside of being inside of the Navy for 4 years, because I had to sign that contract, right? So it was it was no choice. You know, this is one of the longest thing I've done in my life. Let's get this thing started. I did a whole slide presentation, you guys. First of all, can I get a 5 in the chat box for the slide presentation, y'all? You guys, I'm sure to some of y'all, this would have took y'all like 10 minutes to do. It took your boy about 6 hours, all right? So bear with me. If some of the photos is cut off, don't laugh. You know, I'm trying to figure all of this thing out, all right? So don't be trying to, what is he doing? That's my disclaimer, all right? It took me about 6 hours to do this, all right? All right, let me get this up real quick. All right, so here we go. Let me see here. All right, so this is how we're gonna start this thing off. This is what I want you guys to write down. First thing first, okay? The top 1% takes grit, grind, and you have to have an unwavering belief. That's the first thing I want you guys to write down, okay? The top 1% takes grit, grind, and you must have an unwavering belief. All right. Now, before I go into this story, what's happening? Maybe we don't have a slide for this. Hold on, y'all. What is going on? Hold on. I think it froze.
Bro, try clicking the slide and then use the arrow button.
I don't have no arrow button. What is going on here? So I don't. Oh, here we go. All right. There we go. So, all right, you guys. So this was supposed to be, first of all, this was supposed to be Mr. Focus. Shout out to Focus, man. You know, when I reached out to the team, I'm about, you know, who's excited to MC. He fooled me and he said yes. And I, you know, I had to change my whole slides because I had this whole thing for Focus. Only because when he said yes to the opportunity of being, you know, the MC, if you guys don't know Focus, he didn't know how to speak English when he first started HERBALIFE, right? So when he said that he wanted to do, you know, the MC role, that I was like, I was about to be on and cracking, right? So I had this whole little, then I had to switch it up, put Maria on this thing. But I just want to share with you guys who Maria is, you guys, who is our MC. You guys can see she's Global Expansion Team 2500. There's so many results that, you know, I can share with you guys that she's gotten, you know, along her journey. But let me just share this. None of that matters. It's about what are you doing right now, right? It's we always get to challenge ourselves, every 21 days, every 30 days to continue to make sure that we get results. This is Mr. Focus here. I personally I'm you know what? When I found this picture again, somebody can mute because I can't do two things at one time right now, Nakia. When I found this picture, this is one of the pictures I'm going to frame, you guys, because this picture, I remember the story of this picture. The year before going to Hawaii, right? Maria had a birthday, and there was in a space in her business to where their business wasn't going so well, right? To be honest with you guys, they had the option to quit. Be completely 100 with you guys. But one of the things that we know inside of this opportunity that champions, that's how champions come, from not quitting. And I remember him sharing that story that that day of her birthday, he gave her a cupcake with a candle in it, because that was the only thing he was able to afford. Like, I'm over here tearing up and shit. Like, I was in the living room. Damn. He gave her a cupcake with a candle in it because that's all he could afford at the time. But what he told her was that he promised that the following year that they was going to qualify for the Hawaii vacation. And this was us, at the Hawaii vacation. They had a time of their life, brought the family, was able to, bring their son. I remember seeing Jaden out there playing with the whales and the sharks, not really, but he didn't want to get in the deep end. But it was, it's the memories that we get to create, you guys. So I definitely wanted to highlight them real quick. All right. So you guys, I'm gonna share my story with you guys before getting to this point right here. All right. This is some of the stuff I have not shared with the team. So bear with me, you guys. Who is that? Somebody just, I don't know what your name is. But you just took yourself off on mute. So you guys, before Herbalife, I was pretty much I don't want to say a basketball star because I never made it. But I love basketball. I hated school. That's what type of person I was. Put 5 in the chat box. You use that type of person as well too, right? You only went to school because you love sports. That was me. You guys, I graduated high school late. I didn't graduate from high school on time. It was this thing called, I'm not sure if anybody else had it, but it was called senioritis, right? Senior year of high school. You're right. You stop showing up to class. You stop doing your homework. You stop doing that type of stuff. So I wasn't able to graduate on time. That same year, I had to go to summer school, get my diploma and all of that mess. I went on to college. I went to this college. It was a JC college called LA City Harbor. This is where I tore ligaments in my ankle. And this was pretty much, I had to redshirt. If anybody know what redshirt means, it's pretty much you have to take a year off. But once again, this was a time in my life to where, remember, if I'm not playing basketball, right, I can't go to school. So I got depressed, just sitting there in the bleachers, seeing, your friends and your homies playing basketball and stuff, and knowing that you can't be on the court. So I dropped out of I dropped out of college. I just started working 9-to-5 jobs. You guys, I had a Stater Brothers job. I used to be I used to push the baskets. I used to be I don't know what the name was, but I used to cut the meat. Right? I used to work in the meat department. My last job, right? My last job was a loss prevention officer. Put 5 in the chat box. You know what a loss prevention officer is. If you don't, I'm gonna tell you because I probably caught you. Yeah, display. This companion, if you please could put yourself on mute. So loss prevention agent is pretty much you guys. I was dressed up just like I am now. I would go inside of grocery stores and I would catch people shoplifting. Right? It was the most, I want to say like the most scariest thing that I had to do. On the outside of being in the Navy, and I'll show you, I'll share some stuff with you guys about that. But some of the things that I got to see inside of being a loss prevention officer, you guys, I want you guys to literally think about this because I never thought about that at this time. Was when you get ready to go arrest somebody for shoplifting, they already got 3 strikes on their record. So they not going down easy. So I'm talking about fights. I'm talking about almost being ran over. I'm talking about gun being pulled out on me, right? That's when I was like, oh, nah, I don't know. This is for me. Like, I ain't that type of dude. I ain't trying to, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. I ain't your boy, right? So I was like, look, I need to figure out what else can I do in my life. My friend at the time, he presented to me going into the military, going into the Army, right? I was like, nope, I'm not doing anything on ground. I'm not shooting anybody. I'm not doing none of that, right? And then he said, well, let's go into the Navy. I said, okay, great. Let's go into the Navy, right? So you guys, I did 4 incredible years in the Navy. Completely changed my life. I was in the Navy from 2004 to 2008. Shout out to anybody else on the line who served this amazing country. But 2004, 2008, 3 tours in Iraq, was able to travel the world. 2 things happened to me when I was inside of the military. The first accident was my grandmother passed away. I'm in Iraq. I go to the captain of the ship and I asked for permission to go home, and I was denied. So that was like the first red flag. The second red flag was 3 months right after that, my son being born. Go to the captain of the ship, and I was denied again from going home to see my son being born. By the time I got back from Iraq, my son was already 8 months old, right? So that's when I told myself I was not going to have a job again, right? What I ended up doing before I exit the military, I got certified as a personal trainer. Okay, so I had all of the, I had the goals of being, Mr. Hollywood, the next Kim Kardashian, personal trainer. That was the goal. That was the goal, right? So I got certified, got out of the military. Let me share this. Before getting out of the military, I saved up enough money to where I did not have to rush to go get a job. Okay. So I got out, started personal training, you guys. And long story short, I had more money going out that was coming in. Right. So I was pretty much with personal training from 2008 to 2012. Right. You guys can see right before leading up to Herbalife, this space that I was in. I was depressed. I was looking for hope. I was broke. You guys, I was over $200,000 in debt, and I could not see anything. I thought that was my life at the time. I was personal training from 4:00 in the morning all the way to 10 o'clock at night, juggling about 50 customers. I don't know if I have any personal trainers on the line, but you guys can definitely relate. My first personal training client, right? When I go, ask her, can I train her pretty much? She says, you know what? You got to be there at 4:00 in the morning. At the back of my head, I'm like, well, who in the heck work out, at 4:00 in the morning? But at the end of the day, like I said, if you don't go to work, right? If you don't go train, you don't get paid. So I had to make that, commitment, to keep food at the table, on the table at that time. Even between that time, you guys, I had this thing where I would call it, I used to get paid on Friday, broke by Sunday. Mama can have $1 on Monday. That was my life for 5 years, from 2008 to 2012, right? I call it running a rat race. That rat going in that pinwheel, running so fast, but getting nowhere. That was me, right? So this is what happened when I said yes to this opportunity, okay? When I said yes, I only came in because I wanted to earn an extra $500, you guys. That's all I wanted, right? $500 would have saved my life. I had a roommate. My rent was $1,000. I said, you know what? If Herbalife could just pay my half of the rent, I am good, right? So I just needed $500. At that time, let me also share this. At that time, me and my cousin James, I'm sure he's somewhere on this line, we was already spending $500 at GNC, right? Because GNC had this thing to where if you buy the products, I want to say before the 5th of the month, they give you 20% off. So that's how they got you, right? Every month, me and him would, spend $500 like clockwork, no questions asked. So when an opportunity was presented to me about how to, get amazing results and income, within the opportunity, I didn't second guess it because I was already taking supplements. So my first 30 days on these amazing products, I was able to lose 17 pounds and 10% body fat. Within that, I was also able to earn an extra $3,500 just from sharing with my friends and my customers at that time, right? And you guys, we went on 8 years now, top 1% of the business, but I want you guys just to see this now, because now this opportunity has I have literally done a 360 in my life, right? You already heard from Maria. You guys, if you ask me how I'm feeling, I'm always going to give you the same answer. I am fired up, and I stay fired up. I'm on top of the earth. I'm on top of the world because this opportunity has changed my life, right? This opportunity has gave me the ability to dream again, you guys, right? I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever been in that space where you don't know what's next, right? Went from being broke, right, to now I'm earning over $14,000 a month, right? Debt free. I shared with you guys earlier how I was over $200,000 in debt. Now I'm debt free, right? And then it says borrowed his eyes. This is all I did, you guys, right? I was introduced to this amazing company. When I was introduced to personal development, I locked in on Mark Hughes. I'm an old soul, right? I'm an old soul. So listening to Mark Hughes and the Jim Rohns, it fires me up, right? And the stuff that Mark Hughes still talk about as of today is still relevant, right? That's what I love, right? These are the two things that I get from Mark Hughes personal development right here, right? Number one, that he has a proven product. Any network level marketing company, at the end of the day, you just need a proven product. That's all you need, right? He always talks about this within his personal development, right? And then number two, this one that really caught my eyes when I started listening to Mark Hughes. He said, this opportunity gives the average person an opportunity to become rich, right? Back then, 8 years ago, rich to me was just having my bank account in positive, right? I'm not sure if any of you guys was in that space to where I want to say I had about seven bank accounts. All of them was about negative 600, right? So when I seen this message, when I heard this message inside of his audio, I was like, I got it, right? You guys, I would never stop thanking the man who brought me inside of this opportunity, right? And I just want to stop right here just real quick, because I want to ask you guys, when was the last time you just reached out to your sponsor and said, thank you? When was the last time you just said, thank you for changing my life, right? Every time I get an opportunity to thank my sponsor, you guys, Mr. Keon Owens, 30K Senior Executive President's Team, I thank him because of his yes. This is the reason why I'm able to, be within this incredible business right now, you guys. So never take this opportunity for granted, right? And then, like I said, if you haven't thanked your sponsor in the last year, I was gonna say in the last day or so, but you haven't said, in the last year, text them right now. Let them know how grateful you are, or drop it in the chat box. Let them know how grateful you are for them. But this is my sponsor right here, 30K, Senior Executive President's Team. Shout out to the other diamond on a lapel. You heard her, you heard her speak earlier, Miss Alo, alongside with Mr. Gohard RC. All right, now let's talk about our belief system right now, you guys. Right? Between 1 and 10, put in the chat box. How's your belief system right now? Amongst the chaos, amongst everything that's going on right now, we've been doing virtual events almost going on a year, it looks like, right? No hugs, no high fives. Between 1 and 10, how's your belief system right now? And be honest, and it's okay, be honest, right? Things can be a little blurry for you right now, and that's okay, right? Now, on the other side of that, if you look to the left of the screen, right, we got 223 more days until the Super Bowl extravaganza. Oh my God. July extravaganza. What pin are you going to be crossing? Put in the chat box. Maria, can you make sure everybody's putting in the chat box with pin in, right? Your belief system right now, where is it at? Between 1 and 10, right? Next year, extravaganza, what pin are you crossing at? We're about to enter, you guys, next month, December, which is what, next Tuesday? We're about to enter a momentum month. I want you guys to write that down. Next month, December, is a momentum month. It's going to launch us into the first quarter of the year, right? So let me share with you guys some of the things that I personally struggle with. I don't know how to do this, but it's all right. So these are the three things that I struggle with, right? I definitely want to be able to relate to the newest person on the line. All right. When I first came in and I heard the stories 8 years ago, I said, could this really happen for me? I'm not sure if you're in that space right now or if you was in that space when you first started, right? The second thing I questioned myself about was how to wrap these products around what I was passionate about. Okay, that's the thing I love about this opportunity, is because we get to wrap this amazing opportunity around what we're passionate about. I'm personally passionate about fitness, right? So this is what I had to figure out when I first started. How can I take advantage of this opportunity around the fitness piece, right? Now, the third thing. Now I don't know. This is kind of like tricky, okay? But it's real, right? I had to learn to take this business as a business versus a hobby. When I took the business on as a hobby, it paid me as a hobby. The moment I took it on as a business, it paid me as a business. So now you get to ask yourself right now, have you been taking this business as a business or as a hobby? Right? Now, let's talk about the change up. Y'all saw how I got the little change up in there, the circle change up. I was on Google, y'all, like, don't get me doing this, right? So the change up, right? What changed up for me, right? What got me from all this thinking, right? First of all, it was definitely the personal development, right? It was definitely the personal development. I had to learn to let go of a lot of stuff. There's a lot of baggage that we come inside of this opportunity with, that it weighs us down once we get in. If we don't release, it's going to be hard to climb up this marketing plan. So through personal development, I was able to learn how to release certain things, right? Bridge the gaps, right? I'll share the biggest thing that was weighing on my heart before, when I came inside of the Herbalife, you guys, was having a broken relationship with my son, right? Before Herbalife, if I wasn't working on myself because of personal development, I would have still kept the same ego, right? And who knows if I would have came back to speak, to bridge, the gap between my son, right? The second thing that I focused on, because I don't know it all, and I don't want to know it all, right? I have to surround myself with people that are doing better than me. And let me ask you guys this, and this is a question I want you guys to really think about. Okay? Are you the smartest person in your circle right now? If you're the smartest person in your circle right now, you need a new circle. I promise you that. Shout out to 30K President's Team Member 2 Diamond, Jonathan Weber. He used to always share that with me. Ro, if you're the smartest person in your circle, you need to get yourself a new circle. Damn. So I always surrounded myself around people that was doing better than me, you guys, like literally. As I climbed up the marketing plan, this is why you also want to make sure you build your sideline relationships, right? And then accountability, right? People hold you accountable to what you say that you want. When was the last time you had somebody hold you accountable? You said you want to retire your mom. You say you want a better life for your kids. You say you want a better life for yourself. But when it's time to wake up, you're hitting that snooze button. When it's time to show up on a Zoom call, you're not showing up. Don't kill me, Maria, but you said something about 2,500 being the best of the worst and the worst of the best. I think I said it right? 2,500 is not going to cut getting you where you need to go. I mean, let's just keep it real. So who's holding you accountable? Right? I'm gonna share this quick little story with you guys before we move on. You guys, it was a point in my business where I was stuck at 5,000 documented volume points. I'm talking about I could not get past 5,000. I had to put myself around somebody that was doing better than me, right? Who was that person? Shout out to 15K Nicole Lakin, right? Took me in, her and Samson. I remember sitting down on her couch for 90 days. And you know what's so crazy? This was so crazy. They did like silent teaching. And what I mean by that is, yes, they showed me the numbers, like they showed me, how to track and stuff like that. But it was a conversation they was having with their team. It was a conversation they was having with their customers. It was the conversations they was having with their distributors. And that's what I locked in on, because then I found out that it was all about lingo, right? So now 90 days of being with Nicole Lakin, I went from doing 5,000 to damn near 10,000, right? So who is that for you? Who are you leaning on right now to hold you accountable to what you said you want? Remember, not what I'm saying that you want. Who's holding you accountable for what you want? All right. So you guys, this is gonna sound so like, oh, here we go with this. You guys, I promise you, this has been the backbone of our organization for the past 8 years. Past 8, I'm not making this up. Everything on this screen right here, I don't know if you want to take a picture or if you want to write it down. This screen right here is how we reach President's Team. I promise you. If you ask any of the team on the line right now, this is how we hit President's Team. We mastered the basics. This is the basics. Get results on the product. Notice I put in, I was gonna say parentheses, brackets. Disrespectful, right? Disrespectful results. Y'all saw Maria. Give it up for Maria one time. Put a 5-5 in the chat. Again, for Maria, disrespectful results, right? Number 2, share your result. I remember my first 30 days. KO, I remember my first 30 days, I was down 7 pounds in 10 days. KO says, you know what? Go on social media and share your results. I shared my results. I went on Facebook. And I said, I'm down 7 pounds in 10 days. And I remember I hashtag HERBALIFE. From day 10 to the end of that month, that's how I made my $3,500. I had everybody hitting me up, asking me what I was doing, right? Number 3, teach someone else how to get a result. Not everybody's result is going to look like yours, but teach somebody else how to get a result. Then within that, share the business opportunity. I promise you guys, if you guys take a picture of this, or if you writing this down, is even better, right? This is how we hit President's Team. Because all we did, you see at the bottom, all we did was we just did it over and over and over again. This is all we did right here, right? One of the great things about our organization, you guys know President's Team is over 200,000, 3 months in a row, right? The great thing about our organization, everybody that started as a distributor, right? There was first a customer, like full-blown customer, like they didn't know anything about the opportunity because I never presented it. They came in because they wanted to lose weight. They came in because they wanted to gain weight. So I delivered the promise. The promise was for me to deliver the result. That's what I did. I'm not sure who is writing on the screen right now. It's freaking me out. I'm like, I'm gonna be like, am I touching something? Right? But yes, right? So just make sure we master the basics, okay? After you master the basics, know your numbers, okay? Now, this is like a little guide that we use within our organization. Okay, you guys can definitely, write this down and create your own, but know your numbers. After you master the basics, know your numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna just break this down just real quick, okay? You see at the top, it says consumer, pretty much client, okay? The average order is 100 volume points. Then it says dash marketing plan. So we're gonna just start at the bottom where it says 100, okay? If you get you 100 people, okay, you and your organization, remember, you're not doing this business alone once you're moving up the marketing plan, okay? You get your 100 people, you and your team, as you're building your organization, 100 people consuming 100 volume points, you'll hit Active World Team. So you're gonna get 10 distributors, they get 10 customers each. You're gonna get 20 distributors, they get 5 customers each. That's what I'm gonna do. Maria, hold on. They're making me nervous. Hold on.
Ro, can you make me the host so I can mute people as you're talking?
Okay. Hold on. You gotta say something again because I can't find you.
Can you make me the host or co-host?
You can do it to me, bro.
They're co-host.
Y'all make me nervous when I be trying to do this screen show. Saying no joke on. Okay. And I just made the wrong person. Hold on. Maria, where you at?
Right here.
Make co-host. All right, cool. And whoever doing that right, stop doing that. You freaking me out. Yeah. All right, let's get back to this thing. All right. So yes, know your number. So as you build in your organization, 100 people, right? Doing 100 documented volume points, that'll get you the Act the World team, right? As you continue to build your team, you guys build a consumer group of 400 people consuming 100 volume points. You hit global expansion team, and you see how the numbers go, okay? But I want you guys to think about this. This is the minimum. What happens to these numbers to the left, okay? Once you cut them in half, okay? Meaning instead of 100, you go to 200. These numbers get cut in half. So imagine the consumer is consuming 200 documented volume points. That means 100 goes to 50, 400 goes to 200, 800 goes to 400, and then 2,000 goes to 1,000, right? Remember, we want the people to make up the pen, okay? Say that one more time. We want the people to make up the pen, okay? So we master the basics. We know our numbers. And now it's like, do we have a plan? Do we have a structure? Do we have a DMO? And is what you're doing duplicating? Maria? Okay. And if you read at the very bottom where it said, I love this about Eric Ward, okay? He says, you know you have a system when it duplicates. Some of us may think we have a system and it's not, but it's not duplicating. Okay, quick little story on that. When I thought I had a system, I was rocking and rolling by myself. I was moving with the marketing plan by myself. You know what I mean. I hate World Team and right? I was retailing $400 by myself. Then I realized that my team couldn't do it. Right? So then we had to put a plan, a structure together, right? For the simplest housewife. Mark Hughes always talk about that you want the average housewife in your business. We put a plan together around that the average housewife can do, right? And then things start duplicating within the organization, okay? But it took everybody to master the basics, know their numbers, and then we put the plan together, okay? Now for us, right, to the top we grow. That's what we call ourselves, okay? I'm gonna just share with you guys our DMO, okay? So this is how we build. We currently build now 2 presidents team, and we're building beyond presidents team, okay? So we utilize 3-day trials, 21-day body transformation challenges, and fit camps, okay? You guys, like I said, it's crazy to even say this. Been in this opportunity for 8 years, 8 years, okay? And we just now started a shake bar. Just now started. So we hit president's team without a shake bar. So it shows you that everything in Herbalife works as long as you work it. Okay? So we just started a shake bar literally this month, November 9th. I pulled up the numbers from last night. We was at 4,404 points just from the bar. And that's a daily average of 231 volume points. The goal has been to do about 200 documented volume points a day. So, you know, the organization, we're pretty happy about that, right? But yeah, this is our DMO right here, 3-day trials, 21-day body transformation challenges, and fit camps. The reason why I love the 21-day body transformation challenges is either because we're doing it for our customers, right? Or us as coaches, we're getting involved in our own coaches BTC, right? Which it forces us as coaches to always have updated results. That's another thing I wanted to ask yourself. I want you to ask yourself, do you currently have updated results? Or are you still talking about the same results from 1986? Like seriously, right? So let's always just make sure we're chasing new results. I promise you, You guys, the reason why I love about the 21 day challenges with the customers, right? Because what? It takes 21 days to build a habit, right? You get the product in their mouth for 21 days. They do their Zoom workouts. They go walking. They go walk the dog, whatever they choose, right? They get some type of result in 21 days. And then you present the business opportunity to them. Hey, Angelica, you got amazing results in 21 days. You're down 5 pounds. Girl, you down 5% body fat, right? We got a December 21-day challenge coming along. Are you looking to earn an extra $500? How many people can you get to join this 21-day challenge? Coach, well, what I got to do? Well, how did I get you started? Well, you got me started on option number 1. Well, how many people can you get started on option number 1? Just that simple. However you got started, let's get them started. How many people can you bring in to get started the exact same way? 9 times out of 10, they will start just like you, just how you got started, because they want what you have. They want the same results. So yes, you can have a list of options, but once you tell them, hey, I started with option number 1, let me get option number 1. Okay, so this is how we build, literally, this is how we build our brand new customers, clients, right, to become distributors. It's through our 3-day trials, our 21-day challenges, you guys. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys this. Okay. What a difference a year makes. Okay. If you guys look to the left, you'll see January 2019 all the way to June 2019. Right. You can see this is our royalties. Right. Then you'll see January 2020 to January 2020, our royalties. Right? In 1 year, the royalties has doubled, which is crazy. You guys can see we went at President's Team Cuts April, May, and June, fully qualified. Life-changing. Yo, life. I just got the chills thinking about it again, because I remember 8 years ago, listening to the stories, could it happen for me? Damn. And all we did was master the basics, know the numbers, put a plan together. Over and over and over again. You know, I share with the team all the time, being successful can seem very boring. Like, it's one of those things, because you find yourself doing the same thing over and over and over. And like, even when I was doing this, I was like, what else can I talk about? I ain't got nothing else to really talk about, because I keep just doing the same thing over and over and over again. So many of us, right, we're changing up what we're doing every 90 days, 180 days, right? Yes, it's okay to implement certain things. And that's one thing I've always done, within these last 8 years. It's once I, get on these calls, once I go to these STSs, we've never changed what we was doing. We just added. Right? That's all we do. We've never changed anything. So I would definitely want to say, just continue doing what you're doing, even if it seems boring, right? Michael Jordan had to shoot a lot of shots to become the GOAT, right? So I just want to share that with you guys. Now, this, right? You guys are, well, this is just an airplane on a runway, right? I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of the Eric Ward analogy to this, pretty much getting your plane off the runway. The only way, right, that you're going to get your business off the ground is by going 100%. Even if you're doing it part-time. Well, how do you give your business, how do you go 100% by doing your business part-time? That's a good question, ain't it? Because some of you guys may think, well, I'm not full-time. Well, you don't have to be full-time, because to be honest with you, 99% of my organization is part-time. Crazy to even think about, right? 99% of my organization damn near works a 9-to-5 job. It's crazy to even think about. So how do you still do your business full-time? Well, how do you still do your business giving it 100% while working a business full time, part time. This is the best thing I can share with you guys is whatever your no matter what's are, as far as like your DMO, certain things you have to, that you have to do for the day, just make sure that it gets done. Just make sure it gets done. You guys can write this down. I'm not going to go all into it, but I'm going to share with you guys exactly how we build our part-time distributors. Right? You guys can write this down, and then we got some numbers towards the end. But our distributors focus on 2 contacts a day. Right? They work their business Monday through Saturday. Why Monday through Saturday? Because that's what Mark Hughes said. They say take Sundays off. So they work their business Monday through Saturday. They get 2 contacts a day. That's 6 days. That's 2 contacts a day. That's 12 contacts in a week. When was the last time you had 12 solid contacts? Like quality contacts, not quantity. Quality, right? 12 contacts in a week. You continue doing the same thing for 4 weeks. That give you 48 contacts in a month. When was the last time you had 48 contacts? Quality contacts. Like quality, not quantity. It's a reason why what is 30K 2 Diamond, right? Style Bell hit President's team with 44 distributors. 44. I remember the story because I was chasing it. To be honest with you. When he told me, hit President's team with 44 distributors. Why? Because of the quality of the people that he had inside of his organization. Tamika Adams hit President's team with 66. I know that because I was chasing it. I was chasing the quality of the people, right? So now I know if you're getting 48 contacts in a month, we do our business in 90 days. So that's 48 times 3. That's 144 people. How is your business going to look like? Talking to that many people in 90 days, right? And then we got this thing, you guys can play with the numbers later, right? Instead of 2, right? Just replace 2 with 5 and 10, right? Do your math with 5, do your math with 10. If somebody say, you know what, Ro, I got more time, I can talk to more than 2 people a day. Well, let's talk to 5 a day. Do the same thing. 6 times 5 is 30. You do that for 4 weeks. 30 times 4 is 120. Just do the math on that, right? So everybody got real clear of knowing the basics, knowing the numbers, putting a plan together, and they're working, like going 100%, whatever their 100% was, that's what they did, right? This is the next exercise I would like for you guys to also write down because it totally changed. I'll be honest with you guys, it changed my whole outlook. It changed my life. Everybody, every team member who played along within this, inside of this exercise, it also changed their life. But if you guys go on YouTube, Jim Rohn has this goal workshop, right? I want to say it's like a 2-hour shindig, whatever. Inside of that, he has a workshop and he talks about writing down of a list of 100 things. And he talked about in the clip, he says, it's okay to be selfish, right? So I remember writing down 100 things. And then you start writing up, you get to number 25, and you be like, damn, well, what else can it be? Right? And then you start writing out some family stuff and, some team goals, right? And then he says, after you write down your list of 100, next to that, write down 1, 3, 5, 7, or 10, and then put a deadline on that goal. So is it going to take you 1 year? Is it going to take you 3 years? Is it going to take you 5 years? You know what's so crazy? We did this exercise I want to say about 3 years ago. It was a group of us, the team. You guys, everything that I had on my list, I accomplished. Why? Because I woke up with a purpose. I have another member on the team. Shout out to brand new Millionaires team member, Linda Martinez. She was also inside of this workshop. Everything that she had on her list, she damn near accomplished. Like, it's no joke. Because then when you go back and you look at, well, damn, and then you wake up every single day looking at what do I have to accomplish within the next year? What do I get to accomplish within the next 3 years? Right? I'm telling you guys, if you guys take this on, it is so powerful. And I would just say this, don't do it alone. Do this exercise with your team, right? And it's powerful, right? Some of you guys' vision is so small right now. You say, that's the smallest I can get it to, so y'all can see. I don't know what the heck. I don't know what the heck I was doing, right? But some of our vision could be so small, but can you still see? Angelica, can you still see? Maria, can you still see? I only call y'all names because I see y'all in my little box. Marco got his camera off, so I can't talk to him. I'm not sure who Galaxy S10 is, right? But can you guys still see, right? One of the things that we always talk inside of our organization is that before we get certain things, before we have certain things, we have to see it first. You still have to have the vision, right? Let's just talk about some vision real quick, okay? You guys, this was us 3 years ago, okay? 3 years ago, inside of an empty building, right? I remember some of us pulling up there like, damn, well, what's supposed to come out of this? I just got chills, y'all. I got chills just thinking about this. What's supposed to come out of this, right? And I remember we set vision for the space, like, where the mirrors was gonna go, we didn't have a shake bar. We created a energy bar, right? All we did was lit teas, paper receipts, the old POS system. Y'all, we just figured out we didn't have a water machine, right? We bought a water machine from Home Depot, signed a contract with Sparklers. That's how we was getting our water. We just figured it out, right? But we set vision in the space before we even got in it, right? Just so you guys can see what it looked like before we had it, right? When we signed the contract, right? You see them in there start doing the work by law. They have to start doing, the bathrooms and stuff like that. We still set vision. I remember I was sitting in the middle of the floor as they was working, just setting vision. That's all. They would get there by like 8 o'clock in the morning and they'll leave about 6 p.m. And I was there in the middle, setting vision for the space, what it was going to look like, what it's going to feel like. Like I used to share with the team all the time, like I see 100 people. Right? Boom. Over the course of 3 years, you guys, the things that we was able to grow out of that space, right? Vision, the faculty of the state of being able to see. Like you have to be able to see it before you receive it, right? The next one, right? We just came up on a new facility. Right? It took the same process. What's the process? It's setting the vision. That's all it is. Setting the vision of what's to come. You guys, this was green. Well, I don't know what color that is, mint, whatever, but it was black and green. That's when the painters was in there, was working on it and stuff like that, right? But we were setting vision of what the space could be, right? And this is what it is now, right? You guys, we're grateful enough. We have, our old facility was 5,000 square feet. Right now, our new facility is 10,000 square feet. In the front part of the facility, we now have a spin studio. In the back, we now have we still have our gym. So now we're rocking out 2 businesses at the same time incorporate the shakes in there, right? It's like we just dropped the shake bar inside of the community, and now we're here, right? But we definitely have to set the vision first, right? So can you see, right? So let's just talk about some lifestyle real quick as we wrap up the call. Lifestyle, the way in which a person or group lives. All right. I will always have this photo, just so you guys know, if you guys don't know, I will always have this photo, right? I want you guys to read the quote on the bottom. Be okay with starting at the bottom. Just don't stay there. I was about to get fired up when I said that. Let me calm down. Just don't stay there. Your board was on the bottom of the bottom. I don't know if there was a bottom under that, but I was I'm talking about bottom. Bottom. I'm talking about credit score at 450 bottom. Like, right? If you guys see, starting from the left to the right, is that folks call it a Pikachu, right? That black Nissan Versa. That was the car I had to get. Right? Because when I went to go get a car, I was told that I had bad credit and I had to lay low. Right? So I had to get this car, I had to lay low for 2 years. I had to, fix my credit. I had to get out of debt. Right? But just know, I didn't go to get that car. I went to go get, boy, let me tell you, I just felt the wind blew. Right? I went to go, I didn't even go. He just took me to the car dealership and I just fell in love with a Nissan Maxima. It was a brand new Nissan Maxima. I was like, damn, James, like that's the one right there, right? He was like, the little guy was like, so you want to test drive it? I remember we went on the freeway, test drove it, right? Had the Bose speakers popping, right? And he ended up telling me, yeah, sir, like you got dirt credit. You got to take this. I'm like, what? I didn't come here for this. I came here for my Nissan Maxima, right? But long story short, you guys, what ended up happening was, like I said, I laid low for 2 years. I remember I told James, I said, James, you know what? Take me to the same car dealership and I want to talk to the same guy, right? Take me to the same car dealership, the same guy, because I want to go back and get what I want. Right. So 2 years later, you guys, I went back to what they told me that I could not have. Right. I went back to go get the Nissan Maxima. This was the only updated picture I have of it. I just put some new rims on it because your boy had 3 cracked rims. Believe it or not, it was crazy. How do you get 3 cracked rims? Right. So I had to go get whole new rims, but I'm grateful because of this opportunity. Because if it wasn't because of this opportunity, that thing probably would have been parked. I probably would have been Ubering on the bus or something. But anyway, that's another thing. But I'm just grateful that I'm able to do that. And if you guys could just write this down, 2 H's, stay humble, and then stay hungry. Like continue to go after it, right? One of the biggest reasons I surround myself around people that's doing better than me, and so I don't get comfortable. It's so much more to go get and go after, you guys. It's ridiculous, right? So stay humble and stay hungry, right? Because of this opportunity, you guys, right? Before COVID, I was able to surprise my son to the Lakers game. I had like this whole little lie going on. I didn't know what else to say. I told him I was taking him to his traveling basketball game. And then the Uber let us out right in front of the Staples Center. And his favorite player was, what's his name from Dallas? Luka Doncic. So that's who the Lakers was playing, the Dallas Mavericks. So being able to surprise him to a Lakers game was one of the best feelings in this world, you guys. Like, I can't even put into words, that day. So definitely grateful for this opportunity. I do this business along, with my beautiful lady, Sarah. She's a global expansion team member on her way to 2.5 and beyond. You guys, the top right is my mom. Oh man, I'm about to cry. Damn. You know, moms is, damn, thanks. I don't know why I put her on here. Damn. Oh, man, moms, you know, moms keep your boy going. Let's just say that, man. And, you know, one of the reasons why, you know, damn. One of the reasons why I took on this opportunity and, you know, to get my life together is to bring my mom back in my life. You know, my mom wasn't around and she was going through some really bad health issues. And just know your why is going to change during the course of your journey, right? When I first started, my why was myself, because I told myself before I end up helping anybody else, I had to get my stuff together. Then I said, you know what? I got to bridge the gap for my son. And then I told myself I had to get my mom back in my life, right? So you guys, just being able to move my mom back out here, you know, Sarah and I was living in Long Beach in a 2-bedroom, one, you know, no, it was two bedrooms, two bath. It was 2-bedroom, 2-bath. But now we stay in a 3-bedroom townhome because, you know, I moved my mom out here. So being able to do stuff like that, ever since being out here, she has no more health issues. The craziest thing is, you guys, she still don't know what the heck Herbalife is, but she probably have friended you. So if you get a friend request from my mom, just accept it, okay? I am tired of going on Facebook and seeing one of y'all posts and seeing my mom in the comment section. So I just learned to live with it. Gotta love mom, right? And then you guys, this is man, this was the moment that we was announced president's team. You know, KO was 30K to Diamond, but it's at this time he was 20K when, you know, when we took this photo. He hit 30K to that night. But this is the moment that we hit president's team. And the biggest thing I can share with you guys is that it was worth it. It was not easy. It was not easy at all, but it was worth it, right? So that's the end of my presentation. I'm gonna pass it back over to the host, Global Expansion Team 2500, Miss Maria.
You would pass it to me after tears. Oh my gosh. I don't know about you guys, but I've heard his story like a gajillion times and I still cry. Is that crazy? I don't know. It's like watching a Disney movie every time and I cry. When Bambi's mom dies. I don't know. I just feel that I'm such a crybaby. And it's so crazy just to hear his story. And like, I remember that. I was there. One of the things my husband and I always talk about is how when we came into Herbalife, we thought he had it all, you guys. Remember I said he doesn't carry emotion, like he never shows emotion. So I thought this guy was like a owner, like the owner of the gym. I thought he was balling in money. Like I thought he had his whole life together. Like little did I know he was homeless, didn't even have a car. His car was broke down. Like he had nowhere to live, like literally. But because of the vision that he spoke at the time, like I literally thought he had it all. Like seriously, I thought he was rich. It's so crazy. Like, and even when I found out that he didn't have any money, like I still bought into his vision. I didn't judge him like, this guy's broke. What is he talking about? Like, no, I was like, yeah, we're going to do that. Remember, he used to talk about, can you imagine? That's how he starts. Can you imagine? Like, and I was like, yeah, like I can. I was like a little girl, you know, when your mom, when you ask your mom to buy you something on TV and then they say yes and you really think you're going to get it, like, okay, mom, yes, I'm excited. That's how I was. I was like, every time he would tell us, can you imagine? I was literally imagining it as he was speaking. And that's what we've been doing. We've been trusting him since day one. Since day one, that's what we did. We bought into my sponsor's vision, even when he didn't have anything. And, you know, even when people say like, nah, like they don't believe how much money he makes, I was like, trust me, we've seen him from the bottom to where he's at now. And like he says, he is literally the same person. I'm not saying that he hasn't grown, but he is literally the same person. This guy could go buy himself, like, I don't know, a Range Rover if he wanted to. But he goes, when he got that Maxima, was like, really, a Maxima? Like, okay, like, but that's what he wanted. So it's, you know, everyone's vision is different. Like, man, if you guys don't know him in person, you know, the same person you see on Zoom, goofy, bad jokes. He's bad with computers. That is him in person. I swear, you know, like somebody said great jokes. He got great jokes. Lies. But anyway, I can go on and talk about him because I literally know him like inside and out. Like I said, he's like a brother to me. But we're gonna open it for questions. If anyone has any questions for Romalice, this is the time to ask. He's always like emceeing the call. Right now, we get to ask him questions. By the way, side note, if you guys are excited to MC, we're always open for you guys to MC. You guys probably get tired of his bad jokes. And when it's not him, it's me. So if you guys are excited to MC, make sure you guys hit him up as well. But if you guys have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away, you guys.
This isn't a question, but I'd like to comment. Thank you guys for this, because yesterday I was feeling kind of like I didn't make a sale or anything, but this really like fired me up to get going again. But thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
How you doing? It's Felicia from New York. I just wanted to ask, when you said 2 contacts a day, but quality, I just wanted to know your definition of quality.
That's a great question, Felicia. So yes, quality means that that you got their number and they just didn't get yours. How many times have you given your flyer out to somebody and you didn't get their contact and they called you? It don't happen so often, right? That quality contact is me going up to you. And by the way, guys, I'm gonna share this with you guys real quick. You guys can write this down. I love wearing the lose weight, ask me how button, right? Because I ask the same question, right? And then depending on how they answer, I know exactly how to guide them into, you know, what my container is. So whatever your container is great. But, you know, when somebody asks, you know, typically they ask me, you know, how do I lose weight? I say, well, great. What do you struggle with the most? Eating healthy or working out? I always say that. What do you struggle with the most? Eating healthy or working out? So if Felicia says eating healthy, I say the same thing. Okay, great. I just mind you, I'm going on 3 years, but I say the same thing. 3-year gym owner, okay? I said the same thing. Okay, great. I just opened up a gym facility down the street right here in Gardena. I want to invite you down for a free workout, because within, you know, working out, I supply a meal plan and a snack sheet for all of my customers. If Felicia says, you know, I struggle with working out, okay, great. I just opened a gym facility in Gardena, right? I want to invite you down for a free workout, and I want to show you, you know, how to, you know, properly work out and stuff like that. But quality pretty much means making sure that you get the contact and you follow. So this is just mine, right? Everything you do, it works. Okay, this is just mine. Once I get the contact, I follow with them the night before, the same night. Let me say that, the same night, and then I invite them to the next event. Okay, so for example, today is Saturday. So let's just say I'm going to invite for tomorrow. I know tomorrow I have an 11 o'clock workout. So this is my conversation, Felicia. Hey, Felicia, nice meeting you today at the gas station. I'm excited to support you to lose 50 pounds. Are you able to come for a free workout tomorrow at 11 a.m.? Oh, no, Romalice, that doesn't work. I'm at, I go to church. Okay, great, Felicia. I totally understand. How does Monday at 5 a.m.? Oh, no, boy, that's too early. Okay, great. Well, look, here go the rest of the schedule. You let me know what day works best for you. Okay, so it's always getting that contact, doing that follow-up, and then inviting to the next event. And your event may not be a workout. It may be a HOM, right? It may be a product call. Whatever your next event is, that's what it is. But if you focus on 2 of those a day, quality, I mean, everybody online, the organization, they'll tell you.
Thank you. And I miss you.
Miss you more.
I saw Sarah Harding.
Yeah. So I had a question just on, like, so you say get contacts, but what does that exactly mean? Like, is that going out and getting contacts in person? Because like San Diego is kind of hard to do that with. So I wanted to know.
No, so it's pretty much like if you do social media, it's the same thing on social media. To be honest with you, like I don't know social media language. I'm not that guy. But I can just share with you, you know, how I personally get contacts through social media right now. I go like, so this is what I do. Okay. I go to the gym called Coast Fitness. Okay. So what I've been doing lately is when I tag inside of Coast Fitness, I'll go inside of the Coast Fitness page, and then I can see everybody that works out at Coast Fitness. So what I do is I go follow all of them. Once I follow them, they'll start popping up on my feed. I'll go through their story, and then I, you know, start building a relationship with them. Oh, you know, what you working on today? Nice shoes, all of that great. Build some type of rapport, right? I give you my latest example. I did that. Okay, I did all of that. I saw a lady, hit her up, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Then I said, she posted on social media about she said her transformation, and then how she's opening up some type of workshop to help people. I forward that post to her and I said, oh my God, great. First of all, I want to congratulate you on your transformation thus far. And I think we definitely need to team up. You'll be great at what I do. And she said, well, what do you do? So then I sent her a video of our workout facility. I said, we do exactly what you do. We love helping people. And then she was like, oh my God, you know, where's this place is at? It's so beautiful. So now she's coming down tomorrow at 11 a.m. So that's all it is. Like I said, like I'm not a social. That is not me. That's just, I don't know, somebody else. I don't know, somebody else want to chime, but that's just me. I'm not social media, guys.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so there's one more person who has a question, and then there's a question in the chat box, which is pretty fast. Are you commenting on their posts with your personal page or club page?
Personal page. We have a inconsistent club page. Yeah. Yes. So I comment on my personal page. But then, like I said, if I ever need to, depending on the person, if it's somebody looking to lose weight, I'll go on my social media, on my page. I'll look for somebody one of my customers who's already lost 60 pounds, and I'll forward them that photo. If I want to show them a community video or something, I'll go on my social media, I'll copy the link. I'll send them something that they can relate to create their listening, to always wanting more, versus somebody looking to gain 10 pounds and I send them somebody who lost 60. Like, no. Okay. So I always send them something that they can relate to.
Okay. Last question was from
I have a question.
She was the first person.
Yeah, sorry. Hi guys, my name is Samantha. I've been in the business for 8 months now. And I just want to say thank you because I really needed this call, especially when you said if you treat Herbalife like a hobby or a business. I really needed that reminded for me, because the last 3 months has been super hard for me. And before that, I was probably making about $1,000 a month. This month and last month has been super hard. And I just want to know, how do you get over saying the same thing over and over and over again? Because you mentioned that a couple of times. And I feel like that's what stuck for me right now, is because I guess I'm tired of doing everything over and over again. And I just want to get over that and just start sharing my stories and start being confident again. And I just feel like I lost and I don't know how to start all over. But that's my question. The
biggest thing I can share with you is this is something I will share with the team, is just go back to doing the things that got you excited, right? And what I mean by that is, throughout your journey, congratulations to 8 months in the business, killing it right now. Throughout this journey, things can seem overwhelming at times, right? You gotta remember, like, let me just speak of on the organization just real quick, because I'm not sure how you came in, but I know my organization, they came inside of Herbalife looking for a result, like a physical result. They didn't know anything about the business. They didn't know anything about that, right? So boom, they come in, they get on their products, they lose weight, they start doing the business. Things get overwhelming. STSs, my spouse not supporting me, another Zoom call, right? And it's all because you stopped doing the things that got you started, right? So now we'll ask you this. Did you stop doing the things that got you that got you started and that you was happy about?
Yeah, I guess I started with Angelica, and she's always like, stay around the fire, stay around the fire. Like, if you do that. And one thing that caught my attention, what you said too, was if you're the smartest one in your group, you need another group, you know? So that right there, I'm like, all right, Sam, you need to get back together and just get it right. But thank you, I really helped.
Man, you talking about Angelica, Mill Angelica?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't stay in her hip pocket, just stay, Samantha, stay on her hip pocket. That's all you got to do. That's all I did. When I saw KO introduced himself with a $5,000 check. I said, damn, I'm broke. Seven bank accounts in the negative. He got five. You know what? Let me just hear what he got to say. Let me just hear what he got to say. Right? I rode his hip pocket for as long as I could until I got too heavy. And then he took me out and dropped me. Because I would have stayed. I'm glad he did, because I would have stayed. Right? I would have stayed in his hip pocket, but stay on her hip pocket. And whenever you feel like you're in that plateau stage and things are not fun, just go back to the basics. I promise you, look at yourself in the mirror and say, do I have results right now? Because 9 times out of 10, you're not presenting that opportunity the way you used to because your results may have slacked. Okay? So literally look at yourself in the mirror, have those tough conversations with yourself.
Okay, thank you for that. It's super powerful. I really needed that.
Okay, that was the last question. That was a really good, in the moment, like, true question. I love that. Thank you for your authenticity as well, for being open. Man, powerful. I could literally sit here and just listen to everybody asking questions and him responding. Like, I'm just like, what is he gonna say? Like, I don't know about you guys, right? But I'm like, what is he gonna, like, I already know what he's gonna say, but it's like refreshing for him to tell someone else, and then when you say your Angelica's downline, it's like, what? I'm sure Angelica already said it, but just hearing it from, somebody else, like, it just hits different, I guess. Totally get that. But this wraps up our call, you guys. Man, we're about to be in December. Today's what, the 28th. How much more do you have to reach your goal? Our standard is 10K, right? The goal is always 20K, because Angelica said she did that, so I want to do that too, right? But our standard is 10K. We're 500 away from hitting 10K in November, and to us, this is insane. So it is totally possible. Samantha, you said like, oh, I get tired of doing the same thing. You don't get tired of them $1,000, girl. I don't know about you, but I don't get tired of the check. So if I got to do what I got to do every day to get $1,000, I'm gonna go do it. So it's the last, we're about to end the year. Make sure you guys end this strong. And, somebody said it, like, these calls are non-negotiable, you guys, because sometimes we might feel tired, but once we get into these calls every Saturday morning, besides STS day, like, this is what's going to pump you up. I know every Saturday that I hear from somebody it just like reignites that fire, right? And like Romalice said, new results. So right now is the perfect time to get results. Like, it's so possible. If I did it, your girl hates to eat clean, your girl hates to work out, everything fitness, I hate it. Right? And I still got results. So, you guys can do it too. 36 years old, it is possible for everybody, for all of us. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for our guest speaker. Thank you so much for all the questions, for all the shares. Go ahead and yes, enjoy your weekend, but let's get to work because we are closing out this month.